Hey, video. Yeah, really shouldn't do it because there isn't much news. I did a video on the doom, gloom, and boom to Fred. But man, I am so depressed. I can even see it in my last few videos. I'm talking slower and uh, so anyway, really nice day today, and I didn't even take full advantage. Oh, cat, yay, cat, sleeping. Zoom up. Digital zoom is bullshit, but what the hell? Do it anyway. So anyway, I'm trying to get out of it. Just have to get better habits, and I can't do that, run to the couch thing. I gotta stay awake and force myself to do what I gotta do. So anyway, I'll see how it goes. The weather should help. Hopefully, all I can do is hope. I can find some reason to live, some reason to breathe. So anyway, I thought I'd talk a little bit about that nuclear power stuff in Japan. There were a couple of mistakes in my video. Stuff I really knew was wrong when I was saying it. I mean, I said something like the little ceramic discs that are inside the fuel rods. Yeah, they don't melt at 400, or I think I said 400 degrees centigrade or something. They're like 2,000 something. They are ceramic, and the whole idea is to spread out the nuclear material in the ceramic so the little discs themselves are warmish, but they don't get really hot. So they have to be next to a whole bunch more discs to get hot. Um, yeah, it is sort of interesting about how that whole nuclear thing works. So anyway, so they're in a tube though that doesn't have the same kind of durability that they have, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, once the thing gets that hot. So the whole problem they got now is that the thing is really hot. Well, the other guy did point out too, the storage pools are built into the plant, to hold the old rods. And the real problem with the number 4 unit is that they extracted the rods and put them in the pool, so the pool was really crowded. And so that's a problem because those rods, they might have been the new rods before they put them in, were in the pool. So they might be pretty powerful rods that are getting hot in that number 4 unit. So that complicates things. But the whole point is all this stuff breaking down just means that all these parts are really radioactive, and it's really hard for people to work there. And but the news, you can't get any news. You can't get anything up to date about what kind of temperatures they've got in different places. They still got some sensors working. They're going to restore electricity supposedly today. So they should have some pumps working and stuff, but you get no information. It's really irritating, not to know what kind of condition things are in. But the trick is, if a core partially melts, I mean, that really does create a problem, because it's going to be really hard to cool it down enough where you can release the pressure inside the containment and try to extract that radioactive material. So you're going to have a real hard time extracting it. And I'm thinking the only thing you could do maybe is fill it up instead of with water with that borax or some sort of other conditioner that absorbs the nuclear process in some ways, but it has to get to a cool temperature, I think, for you to even do that. So I don't know, that's going to get kind of complicated. I don't think they really thought that part through when they designed. Well, it was back in the 60s, So anyway, I don't even know if the new ones take that into account, that how do you clean up the mess once you have a mess. But anyway, yeah, it's just really, it looked pretty desperate. Yesterday they were dropping water from helicopters. I mean, that just looks incredibly desperate. They say 7 tons of water. 7 tons of water isn't that much water. I mean, it's a car, the size of a car. That's not a lot of water. So that really isn't going to go anywhere. And we got water cannon and stuff. They're going to go using those from like fire trucks still. And sure, fine if it works, but I don't see how that's going to do any good for the stuff in the containment. So unless you get the containment pumps working again, yeah, that's not going to work. And you got all this dirty water. What are you going to do with all this dirty water? You got a ton of dirty water. But anyway, yeah, who knows where it's going. It's just irritating not to know. I mean, just to be sitting there saying, who knows, because you get no information. So you got to wait till something explodes, and then they might say something about it, but that's about it. So I think that's the biggest failure of all of these things, is the fact that there isn't any direct responsibility to feed information to the public, something really, that you just can't fuck around with. Like, that should be publicly monitorable almost. There should be a public website, that has exactly what they're seeing we get to see. And there's been no mention of robots, which is another part that's pretty irritating. They've been around a long time. They had robots that went into 3 Mile Island. I mean, that was 20 years ago or whatever. So why there's no talk about robots going in there and doing some looking around and fixing? So, yeah, I really find it discouraging that they still are, it's a no information zone. So I guess that's all I got, really. It's nothing too interesting. I mean, the real problem is if this stuff, explodes, it shoots stuff high into the atmosphere, and then you can have radioactivity that falls over a wide range, a long distance. If they can keep if they can just keep it steaming or bubbling, then okay, the 20 miles around the plant is a dead zone, but it won't be a huge threat to further away destinations. Something like that, anyway. Anyway, enough of a video. Kind of a depressing subject, gotta say. So it's not much of a get out of my depression video. No, it's kind of a dumb idea. Very peaceful, no crappy neighbors about. Yep, nice evening. Yeah, it really is really nice. Anyway, hit that button. Don't do that, Gary. Yeah, I don't know where the other cat is. Loafer cat 1. I don't know where the other loafer cat is. Hey, cat! Where are you? Must be out doing some constructive work for a change. I don't know where the hell he is. Oh, there he is on the table. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? Yawning. Oh, yeah, somebody's got to do it, right? Yeah, somebody's got to do the yawning around here. Where would we be without a professional yawner? Yeah. Alright, enough of that shit. Say goodbye. That's good. Yeah, rub your head on the little seed pod. Yeah, that's very clever. Anyway, till next time. And such. Damn. Yeah. God, I'm always hitting it. Whoa, I'm gonna fall over. Didn't do it. Yeah, I still got a problem with my ears. Anyway, till next time. And such. So forth. And whatnot.